Hello everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. And every Monday we are streaming these videos live for you. So come check us out every time we're live. Subscribe to our channel. Turn on your notifications so that way you are here as soon as we begin. Welcome everybody, and we are talking about today balcony staterooms. The top 7 reasons to book a balcony stateroom. Number 1, that fresh air. You know what? There's just something about being able to open the doors to your balcony and have that fresh air come away, that sea breeze, right? If you've been on a cruise, you know what I'm talking about. Having that balcony door open, whether it is just to get a breath of fresh air, to have your room enveloped in that sea breeze, it's great for also if you have perhaps a proneness to being seasick. Being able to just have that fresh air, being able to step out there and enjoy that, it's a great reason. It really is a very nice touch there, especially that first time you step foot on that balcony. Number 2, the scenery. After all, having your own balcony is all about the great views you have out there. Even if you aren't, cruising to some crazy bucket list destination, there's still something said about having a beautiful night or sky at night to be able to see, or perhaps seeing some islands passing you by. Heck, just the blue colors of the Caribbean water as you sail through is absolutely stunning, and being able to see that is incredible. It's one of those things where you try to take photos of it, it never does it justice when you're talking about enjoying the scenery going by. And if you are on an itinerary like Alaska or the Mediterranean or somewhere else that it is world renowned for what you can see from your room, well, a balcony room is without a doubt the way to go. You not only get killer photo opportunities, but it is, a lot of people will tell you, having a balcony for these kind of scenic routes is just, it's not only icing on the cake, it is the end-all be-all of what makes a great cruise experience. So scenery is a big one. Number 3, privacy. You know what? It's nice to have your own little balcony area. You know, the pool decks, the outer decks of your Royal Caribbean ship are wonderful. They offer plenty of areas to go to, but sometimes you just want to be on your own balcony. You just want to be interested in kind of just having your own private space. And that's what a balcony really affords you, because it does do that. Angela Roman, by the way, thank you for the super chat already to start off today, Angela. Love hearing that. Thank you for that super chat as we get started here. We're sharing the 7 reasons to book a balcony room. Number 4 is just being able to, in the morning, having an option to kind of just step out there and kind of take it all in. There's 2 times of the day that I really love being on the balcony. Number 1 is the morning. You wake up, you're kind of groggy, maybe you had a lot to drink the night before, whatever the reason is, you walk out on your balcony. It is a great, place to just, gather your thoughts and get yourself going, reboot your brain, and that's really nice. And alternatively, at the end of the day, in the evening, to wind down, you're back in your room, you said, okay, we're done for the evening, but you're not quite ready to just go to sleep yet. You kind of want to just sit in, hear the waves go by, and really enjoy everything that comes. I wish this was an ASMR broadcast so I could share that with you. But there's just something about that, and it's a great way for enjoying just some having the elements help you kind of relax and enjoy that. The next reason why you want to stay in a balcony stateroom, without a doubt, is being able to have a perfect spot to enjoy food. I mean, a lot of people will tell you they love having room service, not only delivered to their room, but delivered to their balcony stateroom. Having your morning coffee, having a mid-afternoon snack. Heck, you can even do a romantic evening out on that balcony enjoying a meal over there. It is really nice, serene. I know a lot of people, breakfast I think is probably the most popular choice for your balcony, because you order the breakfast, and when they deliver to your room, you say, please deliver it out to the balcony. They set it all up for you. That is exactly the view I think people have in their minds when it comes to why they book a balcony room, right? Another one, this one, I was going through some reasons. I was brainstorming some ideas, and this one wasn't one that occurred to me initially, but it's a really good idea, which is if you're sharing your room, having a balcony gives you separation. When I say sharing your room, oftentimes we share, we go with our family, our spouses, our kids, but sometimes you need to have a little space for each other. Maybe somebody is taking a nap, but you still want to be in the room. you can go out on the balcony and enjoy that, right? Maybe the kids are playing inside, and if your kids are anything like my kids, they play very loud games where they're yelling at each other, running around, and it's my vacation too. Getting out there, being able to shut that balcony door is really nice to be able to enjoy that. I mean, if there's someone who wants to watch TV, again, it is part of your room, but it can be easily closed off from the rest of your room to give you that kind of separation. And by far, my favorite reason to stay in a balcony room, without a doubt, is for sail away. I mean, whether you're sailing in or sailing out of a port, it is the best spot on any Royal Caribbean ship to be is on your own balcony, because it's got a great view. You get to enjoy, you get to wave to people who are there. You get to see everything going past you. By the way, you have to do sail away and sail in. That is really cool when you arrive and you get to get your first glimpse of where you're going. It's absolutely stunning. Love it. And of course, I want to hear, what are your favorite reasons to stay in a balcony stateroom, guys? Type it in chat. Would love to know what you think of that. Because, of course, I know there's a lot more reasons than the ones I've listed here. And we are answering your cruise questions. I know many of you are joining us here to get some questions answered. That's what we're here to do. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Holy moly, Daughter714 with a super chat writes, thanks for all you do. Daughter714, thank you for the very generous super chat. Really, really nice. Zenobia says, I always get balcony rooms. Love the sunsets and sunrise. Sunrise, sunset. Absolutely. Wolfpack, perks for Crown and Anchor. Is that a question or a statement? DC, 48 days on Allure this season, sitting on your balcony, watching the ocean go by. Yes. Is there a formal night? There is. If it's a cruise that's 5 nights or less, it's called Wear Your Best. On cruises 6 nights or longer, there's a formal night. What's the difference? It's the same thing. It's just wear something nicer than you do the other nights of the cruise day. Penelope, do you feel breezes on the neighborhood balcony? Sometimes, Penelope. Sometimes. Not always. Obviously, it depends on the winds and a variety of other factors, but you can. Mandy says, I love waking up on Harmony of the Seas and going straight to the balcony. Tony says, question, I know the Kids Sail Free is coming up soon. Can I still book if your child's not born yet? Yeah, what you could do, Tony, is make up a name. Just put down a fake booking. I do this all the time, Tony. Make up a name, so, you could put my name down as an example. Probably don't do that, but, make up a name, someone else with the same last name. Swapping names is actually very easy to do. It doesn't change your pricing, doesn't alter anything, as long as you have at least one person from the original reservation. So, Tony, you have you, your spouse, and your unborn child. Just make up a name. Put your mom's name down there, and then when the child is born, you have all the details, swap out the name, you're good to go. Little Pockets, where do you get travel insurance? There's a lot of places that offer travel insurance. Royal Caribbean offers its own. There's a number of third-party companies that offer travel insurance as well. What I would tell you is, just like car insurance, just like homeowners insurance, there isn't one for everybody. Like, it's not just one policy, one thing to do. So my advice to you is to research the company, research the policy, look at what it covers, what it doesn't cover, and then figure out the right policy for you. What I get, what Tony gets, what Joy Prowl gets may not be the right fit for you. So that's really important. Joe Johnson says, we love the quiet time reading or relaxing on the balcony. It is exactly that, Joe. Well said. It is about having a balcony room is really all about enjoying the time there. James Lennon says, our balcony was great even in the rain. Scuba Cruiser, looking at moonlight on the water with a glass of wine. Isn't that great? Love that. Blake says, love to get some quiet time and enjoy the atmosphere. That's really what it's all about. James, would you do boardwalk or ocean view? I like the boardwalk balconies, James, or the Central Park ones for that matter. The reason being, you can't do that on other ships, so I mix it up and go for a boardwalk balcony, because you can always do ocean view balconies, obviously, on other non-Oasis class ship. Jason Peterson watching me in Times Square tonight. Jason, have a dirty water dog for me, sir. Kobe, I live in Orlando. I'm thinking of booking Navigator to Miami. Do you think I'd be able to... Be able to safely drive to Miami the day before the day of departure? No. That's a bad idea. Orlando to Miami is like 4 hours if you don't stop. No. For Miami, it's too far, dude. You need to come in the night before, at least. Wolfpack loves listening to the waves and sleeping outside. Storm Prep Lady with the super chat. Thank you so much. Storm Prep Lady loves all your help. Made my first cruise amazing. Love that. Thank you so much. JC, watching from Anthem of the Seas. I am jealous. Jason Barnes wants to know, is a balcony worth it on a short cruise? It certainly can be. I mean, you heard the reasons I listed earlier in this video, and having a balcony, whether it's a 3-night cruise, a 7-night cruise, a 12-night cruise, it can be worth it. I wouldn't pay through the nose for it, to be perfectly honest with you. But if the price is right, if it's not that much more money, sure, it's great having that. No question about it. Nikkei had a balcony for the September 2nd sailing, but it was canceled. I'm rebooked and now stuck with an interior. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but a cruise is better than no cruise. Scott, when will the Odyssey deck plans be released? They are released already, Scott, but they're not quite set in stone. I know there's been some issues with understanding exactly the layout of certain rooms. I've seen some issues there. They're still kind of finalizing it, but there are certain deck plans rather you can look at. But if you're talking about, like, you know, deck plans like with all the activities and things like that, we're still a little far away. Just need to find some New York pizza and cheesecake. Amen. Staying for a change. Is a junior suite worth it over a balcony? It can be. Junior suites are essentially, I know it has the word suite in it, but in reality, if you were to do a honest name for the junior suite, it would be a really large balcony stateroom. There are some benefits to it that balconies obviously don't have, but it's basically just a much larger balcony room. And my advice is it can be worthwhile to move it from a balcony to a junior suite. But again, I won't pay any price for it, right? To paraphrase Meatloaf, I'll do anything for a junior suite, but I won't do that. Like, you can't do just about anything. It really depends on how many people, you know, again, it depends on the price, really. John, can you save money if you just show up to the cruise and get a better price? No, you can't do that, John. After 9/11, that practice is no longer allowed. Back in the day, you could have done that. But no. In fact, John, it's quite the opposite today when it comes to getting the best price for a cruise. You don't want to book last minute. You want to book it as early as you can. 12, 15, 18 months ahead of time. Mandy, do I have a balcony room on my next cruise? I believe I do. Joy, do you get double points in a junior suite? You do get double points in a junior suite, Joy. Yes. DM, can you order sushi to take out from Izumi? Yes, I've done that many times. Absolutely. Olivia, I'm cruising on Oasis of the Seas in December. Is Royal Caribbean usually good at finishing reservations on time? Usually. The 1 or 2 sailings before the sailing, like right after, can be sometimes iffy, but otherwise you're good.
Hello. Bye-bye. Adios, amigo.
Blake, what is the price of non-alcoholic cocktails? You're probably looking about $8 to $10 for a drink. Probably closer to $8, I think, quite frankly. Liam, will the Royal Caribbean app be available on Voyager of the Seas after it's finished its dry dock? Good question, Liam. Nobody knows. Royal Caribbean has not shared any information when we can expect the app on any ship. There's no timeline for the app, Liam, so it's kind of take it as we go here. James Sablin, 5 cruises booked for next year. Nice. Store Prep Lady, Alaska or Europe? I mean, I've been to Alaska, haven't done Europe, so I'd personally lean towards Europe, but Alaska is absolutely phenomenal. You'll love it there. It was a bucket list. I'm going back to Alaska next summer. It was that good. Ralph says we got a junior suite on Allure of the Seas for less than a balcony. Nice. Well, Ralph, that's the way to do it. Book nearly a year in advance. And Ralph, thank you for reiterating my point here. The best way to get the best price is to book it as soon as you can. Linda Roth, have I ever done Playa Mia? Is it worth the money? Linda, I have not been to Playa Mia. I am a little leery of Playa Mia for a couple of reasons. Number one, every cruise line sells it and aggressively sells it. Number two, there's advertisements for it everywhere. I'm leery that it is a tourist trap, like in the sense that it's a giant complex with way too many people, and I feel like there's other places in Cozumel that are better. Like, as an example, I would probably lean towards booking Mr. Sancho's if you're looking for not only an all-inclusive, but somewhere that has a lot of things and activities to do. I think Mr. Sancho's is a great choice for you. I think there's a ton of other all-inclusives and other beach resorts in Cozumel. I feel like and again, I haven't been to Playa Mia, so I could be totally wrong here, but I just get the sense that it's just too big. You know what I mean? Jordan, Ovation is now up on the Royal Caribbean app. That is correct. We actually just posted that at Royal Caribbean blog last week. Fat Cat, welcome back. Thanks for the Royal Caribbean dining email address. I received our table for 2 confirmation yesterday. Awesome. Glad to hear that, dude. NK, going on Navigator this Christmas. Is it crowded during the holidays? Well, here's what I'll tell you. It's all the ships are sail full. I mean, they're sold out pretty much for every sailing. So Christmas or not, it's going to be the same amount of people there, and it won't feel crowded. I think you'll enjoy it. Liam, thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. Thank you. Cruise Addict says Playa is awesome. Had a good time there. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for sharing. Matt M. tried using a web form to request a table for two and was told they couldn't not help. Seem to remember there's an email. Yes, the email we were just talking about. Absolutely. Let me get that email for you, Matt. Because you have such an awesome name, I would love to help you out here. Table for two. So, Matt, it is, you need to send an email to rcldining@rccl.com about 2 to 3 weeks prior to your sailing with the request. Put your reservation number, your name, all that. Here, let me, Matt, let's see if I can, there you are. Email is, boom, there you go, Matt. Enjoy it. Does the meetup meet before the cruise or during? I have no idea what Conference King, what you're talking about. NYC Lover, can you do takeout from most specialty restaurants using the unlimited dining package? You could try. I've never tried it, quite frankly. The only place I've ever done takeout is Izumi, and I just do that because sushi is, by its nature, very takeout-ish. But I've never gone to Chops Grill and tried that. Scott Brooks, thank you for the super chat. Scott writes, love the video. Thanks. Holy moly, Julie, with another super chat. Julie Hall, thank you. Guys, you are so generous. To quote Sally Fields, you like me. You really like me. Thank you, guys. Wow. Leon, have you ever been on a cruise during Halloween? Can I dress up? I have not been on a cruise on Halloween, but yes, you can dress up. Michelle Jackson, welcome. John, going on Symphony of the Seas in 5 more days. I hope, John, this week goes by a lot faster for you than the week before my cruises usually go. Like last week, I was on Mariner this past weekend, got off today, but last week was super slow. Craig Kellogg, great meeting you on Saturday night. Thanks again for everything you do. Craig, it was a pleasure meeting you and your wife. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's always great when you get to meet folks on a roller coaster ship. Craig, I'm really sorry, though, that we're both home now. But I hope we get to do it again, Craig. Ryan B, book directly or through a travel agent. Always, always, always book with a travel agent. Mike Jorger, is there a place on Symphony that sees smoke cigars, like a cigar bar where I can sit down and have a drink? The casino, you can certainly do that. That's one. And also on the pool deck on one of the sides you can. And obviously in both the casino and on the pool deck, there is a bar there. There isn't a dedicated cigar bar, though. Matt, excellent. Thanks to Serenade to Canada. In a few weeks, we'll email you the cruise compass. Thank you in advance, brother. Really appreciate that. Wisco Ted going on Symphony in 5 more days. Rhonda, what is Chat Up? Someone mentioned last week. Chat Up? Do you mean, oh gosh, Royal Up? Do you mean Royal Up, the stateroom bidding upgrade program? Michael, what is my opinion of WOW bands? These little RFID bracelets, I love them. I think they are amazing. These are, so in lieu of using your CPass card, you can still use it. In conjunction, you can also use your WOW bands. Is Chris Snow here? Chris, my favorite guy in Danbury, Connecticut. He's also the only person I know in Danbury, Connecticut. But him, shout out to Dawn, shout out to the kiddies. Hope you guys have an awesome, awesome time. Let's see here. Thomas, what's the latest on Coco Key? It's open. It's functional, dude. Everything's great. I was there 2 weeks ago. I was there yesterday. Oh, that feels so good to say. Amazing. You'll love it. Andrew, me and my family are going on Harmony this January. This is going to be my second cruise. I went on in January 2019. Can't wait. Got a balcony. You're going to love it. Keith, have you ever stayed in the suite? Yes. When the price is right, and I emphasize when the price is right, Keith, love staying in a suite. John wants to know, how do you get a WOW band? You can only get a WOW band on certain Royal Caribbean ships, the Quantum class, the Harmony of the Seas, the Symphony of the Seas. You have to buy them on board the ship. You can't pre-order them. Go to guest services, and you're good to go. Spencer, what do you think about using Costco Travel versus another agency? I don't like the big box travel agencies. I think they work all purely on volume. I don't feel like you get the same level of service that you would with an agent who you really get to know. If it were, since you're asking me, I would tell you to use a agency that's not a big box or a website. You want an agent that works with you each and every time, because using a travel agent, the value of a travel agent is the service they provide you. It's not just somebody booking a cruise for you. Anybody can book that. I mean, heck, it's not to take a lot of skill to go to RoyalCaribbean.com and book something. That's not what a travel agent is all about. A travel agent is being your advocate, your guide, your friend in the whole process, and making your life easier, saving you time, and maybe even money along the way. Any chance the WOW bounds will go fleet-wide, Alan? Unfortunately not. It feels like they're just towing the line with them right now. There's no plans that I've heard of to expand them fleet-wide. In fact, any idea why? I don't know, quite frankly. It's a good question. Odalus, welcome. Glad to have you here. Andrew, where's the best place to get a family photo on formal night for Harmony? The deck 14 one, no, I don't think it works out really. It's not a bad idea, Andrew, but the problem with the outside deck on 14 is the wind and everything like that. I would tell you, I love staircase photos. I don't think you can go wrong with those. That's always a good, so basically where you kind of all stand on a staircase and a couple of you are on a higher one than the other one. I kind of like that. I think they really turn out quite well, if you ask me. There's also going to be photo opportunities, photo spots as well. Denise, how do you use the priority boarding when you become a gold member? So Denise, good question. When you get to the terminal and you check in, you'll show them your set sail pass, and on there will indicate you are a gold Crown and Anchor member, and they will direct you to a special seating area just for folks who are in gold. Andrew, they do have WoW bands on Harmony of the Seas. Ryan, why always book with a travel agent? How to find a good one? It's for the service they provide you, Ryan. That is the name of the game. To find a good one, word of mouth. We do have a sponsor, a travel agency sponsor here at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, Ryan. Again, full disclosure, they're a sponsor, but I personally use them. I used them even before they were sponsored, and that is MEI Travel. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, you'll see a giant yellow form. Click on that, fill that out. They'll contact you. Cruisex, so all the ships have the secret main dining room menu. Yes, and I know you're at. What secret main dining room menu? Basically, there's options available beyond what you see on the menu. Great classic example, Indian curry. So yes, absolutely. John, I couldn't download the Royal Caribbean app. It got stuck. I didn't want to have Bluetooth active. You don't need Bluetooth for the app, John. That has nothing to do with it. But to your point, though, a little advice we can take from this. When you're talking about the new Royal Caribbean app, download it and set it up before your cruise while you're still at home. Linda, can you elaborate on Mr. Sanchez? Yes, Linda, I have a full review of Mr. Sanchez. So, Linda, what I'm going to do right now is send you the link because I don't want to just be like, oh, it's really nice. That doesn't really help you. You know what I mean, Linda? So, but it's a beach resort in Cozumel, fairly inexpensive. It's all inclusive, so you pay one price. All your food, all your drinks are included with it. Let me get you a short Oops, that's not it. Let me get you a short URL, Linda, for you to check it out. So I'm gonna link to you the full review that we have, Linda, so that way you can take a look at it. And again, obviously I can't spend a ton of time talking about it here, but I think that review will really key you in on what it offers. But it was a lot of fun. We went there last year, really enjoyed it. James Sablin, have you ever been to Alaska? Yes, been to Alaska. Went there last year for the first time. Absolutely loved it. Holy moly, Will! With a very generous super chat. Thank you, Will. Will writes, just finished my first cruise on Liberty, and now I'm hooked on cruising. Thanks for all you do. Well, Will, thank you so much, my friend, for that amazing super chat. Really appreciate that. Christine loves MEI. Pascal writes, MEI Travel, Michelle specifically, takes a great care of me. Awesome. Ainsley, great job restoring the complimentary drink package. For those already promised, Royal Caribbean is the best. Yeah, that's the neighborhood perks news that came down last week. Of course, all that is at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Ryan, what is my day job? My day job is actually I'm a web developer. Believe it or not, guys, I know this is going to be a shock to you because of my boyish good looks, but I'm actually a web developer. I'm kind of a geek. Paul, if you could ask Royal Caribbean to explain anything that they do you're not sure of, what would you ask about? Definitely the main dining room policy, what the dress code, and if it's how or why they've come to the decision of sort of pseudo enforcing it or not. Penelope, are the pubs different on Oasis class ships as opposed to Quantum class? Yes. The layout on Quantum class they have food. Oasis class they do not. It's mostly the layout, some of the options. Also, the Quantum class pubs offer craft beer. The Oasis class do not. So it's definitely different. John, what is a super chat? Super chat is a way you can donate directly. It's a tip, basically. Right below your chat, you should see a little dollar sign. It looks like a little. It doesn't look like it is a dollar sign. You click on that, and you can donate money. It's like a way to tip. It's like a tip jar, essentially, for what we do here. Alan, have I tried Playmakers? Yes, the food of Playmakers is fantastic. Wings, burgers, chicken. You can't go wrong with it. Beer's wonderful. The problem I have with Playmakers, and I hate to say it, the service is terrible across the fleet. It seems like they don't staff enough people at Playmakers, enough waiters, to keep up. If they're ever full, it can take you a long time. Every time, it's always a disaster over there. Quite frankly, I hate to say it, but I gotta call a spade. And so I kind of avoid it for that reason. Unless you're like the only people there. Then it's fine. Hi, Jamila. Welcome. Jason Moore on Harmony 13 Days. How can I get distilled water and a power ship of your CPAP? So, Jason, before your cruise, there is a special needs form. Just Google Royal Caribbean special needs. Fill out that form. They'll hook you up with that. Scott, will Oasis get WoW bands? I don't expect them to. I could be wrong, but I don't expect them to. John, Playmakers is a sports bar and arcade. It's a sports bar. TV kind of looks like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. Is there a dress code in the main dining room not on formal night? Yes, Little Pockets. Every evening there is a dress code in your cruise compass. It will list the dress code and what it is, but that dress code applies to only the main dining room. Jane, your degree is graphic web design. Well, Jane, you are, first of all, a fellow geek. Love that. And you possess something I have nothing of, which is creativity. I'm a programmer. That's my thing. I can certainly copy a good design. I can't come up with my own designs. Chad, is Sabor still on Harmony? Yes, for the time being. Absolutely. JC, what is your personal opinion of Royal taking the Boardwalk Central perks? Well, they restored them, JC. So, in general, it's kind of like, look at it like Kids Sale Free. It's just something a promotion that was out there for a long time, and now it's gone. Same way that I don't get upset when Kids Sale Free goes away, because it was offered for a little bit of time. So, Life Coach, Playmakers is not included. It is a extra cost restaurant. The difference with Playmakers, though, is you only pay for what you order. So if you only order a thing of wings, you only pay for the wings. You order the burger, the wings, the nachos, you pay for all those things there. Alice, how does a booking through a travel agent work? Will I have control of my reservation? Can I buy drink packages and short for myself or cancel them? Yes, you can still do that, Alice. But the travel agent will control your reservation. So you cannot on your own book the cruise, I guess. Cancel the cruise, change sailing, add people, things like that. But everything in the cruise planner, Alice, the fun stuff, the drink packages, shore excursions, internet, that's still all managed by you. They just manage the actual reservation itself. So, Ryan, what was the best Royal Caribbean promo you could remember? Oh my gosh. It must have been the old school WoW sales where you would have got like reduced deposit, some money back in onboard credit, those kinds of things. Molly, is the Solarium and Oasis adults only? Yes, it is. But kids can eat in Solarium Bistro. So Solarium is not the pool area, but, well, it can be the pool area. It's the pool and lounge area. The Solarium Bistro is in the Solarium, but they can walk through. This isn't like Las Vegas where you can't bring kids on the casino floor. The kids can walk through the Solarium. They just can't hang out there. And to certainly dine in the Solarium Bistro, totally cool. Ryan, doing your first cruise next year on Harmony of the Seas. Nice. You'll like it. Jay, your shout out made my wife smile. Hey, that's what it's all about here, right? We're friends. That's what it's all about. Hanging out with you guys, talking Royal Caribbean, right? John, can people visit on board a cruise in port? No, they cannot. Daisy, booked Oasis Central Park View room. I think you'll like that quite a bit. Like we were on Harmony during Dorian. The crew was amazing. The crew on Royal Caribbean, hurricane or not, doing a fantastic job. They're so talented and so dedicated to what they do. Really, really impressive. Blake, leaving on Anthem of the Seas in January. Is the Solarium heated? It can be cold in New York in January. Yes. Yeah, it's enclosed as well. So you're good to go, Blake. Michelle Jackson, when is my next cruise? My next cruise is November 24th on Oasis of the Seas. Guys, I have to go a long time. Many weeks till my next cruise. I know, there's no sympathy for me. Derek, why don't more people rent cars in ports? We're going to Freedom next week and renting a car in all 5 ports. What am I missing? There's a lot of liability and personal responsibility associated with that, as opposed to being able to take taxis or other transportation where they drive you. I mean, people might be drinking. They don't want to deal with it. It's not uncommon. Isn't Oasis going to refurb this week? Yes, it is, Penny. But she returns. Her first sailing back. I'll be on her November 24th. Theory, for once I'm going on a cruise before Matt does. Oh, God. I just got off the ship today. The wound is still fresh, Theory. Let's see here. Bambi will leave on Navigator 1 week from today. Nice. Was there damage to Coco Key during Hurricane Dorian? Elf Thantor? Somebody asked this. Very little. Very superficial damage. Mostly to the vegetation on the island. Totally fine. I've been since Hurricane Dorian, I've been there twice. I was just there yesterday. No issues. Everything's operational. With one exception. Sorry. One exception. The helium balloon is not running. The helium balloon was taken down as a preventative measure before the hurricane, and so they're just it's going to take a little while to get it back up and running. Heaven Leah, will they be updating the rooms on Oasis during the application? Unknown. It's a good question. The Royal Caribbean does not usually put in their press releases if rooms get updated. Can you get a better price on whale watching tours instead of going through Royal Caribbean? Maybe. there's no harm in comparing both. You know what I mean? Looking at what Royal Caribbean offers, looking at third parties offering, comparing both. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Very, very kind of you. Thank you, my friend. Keith, flying in the day before the cruise in Miami, what things to do near the airport? Well, that's a good question. I mean, near the airport, Miami is one of these cities where you're driving around a lot. You're not really walking all that much. So keep that in mind. You can take a lift and everything. I mean, there's a lot of great shopping. There's the Aventura Mall. You got downtown Miami, not very far from you. You got great dining, great bar life, great nightlife, I should say. Marlins Park is there, although I'm pretty sure baseball season will be over by the time you get there. I'm not the world's greatest expert on Miami, but I would tell you, at the very least, you've got some great shopping and dining. I mean, heck, go downtown Miami and enjoy a nice evening over there. From the airport to downtown Miami is like 10 minutes maybe by Lyft. So, best hotels near Port Canaveral, Ryan. The Radisson is really good in Port Canaveral, but don't forget, when you're talking about Port Canaveral, there's also an option for Orlando, because the Orlando is only about 45 minutes away from Port Canaveral, and there's a ton more hotels over there, so you might find some better choices over there. Oh man, I did the wrong thing to JC. I accidentally put you in timeout. That's my fault. I didn't intend to do that. I was clicking on the wrong thing. I'm really sorry, JC. I promise you, I still like you, buddy. Don't take it. I can't take you out of it. I'm sorry. I don't even know how. Scott, what food does Mini Bites have on what ship is on? Mini Bites only on Harmony of the Seas. It's kind of grab and go kind of stuff. You know, quesadillas and whatnot. I can't even think of it. Burgers, French fries, things like that. It's good for like just, hey, I want something and I want something quick and hot food, as opposed to like the Cafe Promenade, which is not. Daisy, want to do Queen Staircase, etc. Tour Nassau? Any suggestions? Yeah, do it on your own, Daisy. You can easily walk to Queen Staircase, Fort Finn Castle, the Statue of Columbus, the Pirate Museum. You can easily walk to all these places from the port. My advice to you, though, is download the maps on your phone ahead of time and have that set up to go, so that way you can use it to navigate around there. That's all. Because you may not know where you're going, but if you have GPS with you, obviously it helps a lot. So definitely a thing to do there. Pam, do you know if the Key program on Symphony price is going to go down? I don't know that, Pam. The pricing for things like the Key or a drink package or internet, it will vary from ship to ship and sailing to sailing. So I can't definitively know the price. It's not standard across the fleet. My advice to you, Pam, is if you know you want to get it, book it now, lock in the price. You can always cancel it. If you decide 2 weeks from now you don't really want to do it, you can always cancel before you're sailing. If the price does go down, Pam, you can cancel and rebook with no penalty. Chris asks, the cheese stick on Coco Key are free or have a price? The mozzarella sticks at Snack Shack are complimentary. Caitlin, things to do in shore excursions in St. Martin. Go to Grand Case Beach. You'll love it over there. Derek, you like my 80s corner? Yeah, I got Teddy Ruxpin up there. Daughter714, Liberty in 19 days, celebrating your 25th wedding anniversary. Nice. Love that. Love hearing that. That's awesome, guys. All right, well, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. I'm going to head on out of here. Molly's is the best night for the Aqua Theater show on a 7-night cruise. Well, anytime you can, I would go there as soon as you can, because here's a little tip for you, Molly. The Aqua Theater, like a lot of entertainment, is dependent on the ship being weather conditions. So if there's an opportunity to see it early on. So that way, if there's bad weather, you're not missing out on totally being able to see it there. So Ainsley lives in Miami. Go to the Dolphin Mall, 5 minutes from Miami. It's super with center. Awesome. Thank you, Ainsley, for the recommendation. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us here on our live broadcast. We're live every Monday right here on YouTube. And in the meantime, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for more information, more helpful tips. We always share our YouTube videos there as well. And we'll be back again next Monday right here on YouTube. Guys, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy. Do something fun. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. See you guys.